Hagoromo goes like this. A young man is walking, a young fisherman is walking out on an autumn full moon by Mount Fuji, and he comes to a pond. And he looks up and he sees 7 beautiful maidens flying and descending to the pond. And he hides and he sees them come to the pond, and they take off a magical robe that allowed them to fly. This robe was made of feathers. And that is a Hagoromo. So he sees this, and of course, as in these stories, he falls in love with the youngest of the maidens. He finds her Hagoromo, grabs it, and steals it, and hides it. The other maidens see this, and like good sisters, grab their Hagoromos, put them back on, and leave the youngest in the mortal world. After a time, she returns the love of the fisherman, and they have a child. And she is walking the child, and he starts to sing a lullaby. And the words to this lullaby say where the Hagoromo is hidden. So she finds her Hagoromo, she wraps herself in the empty blue of heaven, and ascends back up to the immortal world. But she is sad. She misses her husband, she misses her young son, and she begins to cry. And the husband had planted a flower for her, and her tears water the flower, and it grows big and strong and into the sky, and kind of like a jack in the beanstalk, he's allowed to climb the flower. He joins her in the heavens, and she and him are together forever. The tears become rainbows of joy, and the young son grows up to be a good king. That's the story. There are variations of this throughout Japan, as well as throughout most of East Asia. I heard kind of a variation from Sweden, but I don't buy it fully. In some, she has to dance to get back her robe, but he doesn't want to give it back to her because he's afraid she'll leave him. And so each story is different, but this is the one the composer chose. So this is the legend of Hagoromo. It is it's the title track of my latest CD, which will be officially released in September, but I happen to have copies with me here. And Martin Schreiner's 2 Japanese idols are also on it. It's the premiere recording, and some works arranged by Greg Takamitsu, Gershwin, and Harold Arlen, and other works. So this is the legend of